They marched under the Roman eagle, but never returned. What happened to 5,000 elite soldiers? In 53 BC, Rome sent its might to the east. Crassus led the charge, and then silence. The Battle of Carrhae was a bloodbath. 20,000 Romans died. 10,000 were captured. 5,000 vanished. No bodies, no records, no survivors, just a question that echoed through history. Some say the Parthians used them as border guards. Far, far to the east. A Chinese village claims Roman ancestry. Coincidence? Or the final chapter? Lycian, China. Blonde hair, western eyes, and Roman-style walls. DNA tests show traces of European lineage, but it's not enough. The trail is cold. Could a Roman legion really march from Mesopotamia to China? Or is this all just myth? A forgotten army, a lost world, a mystery buried by time. Crassus sought glory and gold in the east, but he led Rome into a nightmare. The Parthian cavalry struck with precision. Rome's proud legions crumbled in the desert. Survivors spoke of arrows that rained like thunder, and commanders who fled in terror. Captured Romans were marched deep into enemy lands, and then they disappeared. No Roman historian could trace them. Even Caesar had no answer. Centuries later, a Chinese chronicle described the foreign soldiers, fighting in a crescent formation, Roman style. Could the lost legion have been absorbed into the east, serving a new empire? Some scholars dismiss the idea. They call it legend, folklore. Others argue the signs are too many to ignore. Genetics, tactics, ruins. Maybe history forgot them, but their footprints never fully vanished. Rome never forgave Crassus for the disaster, but it never found his army either. Some claimed the legion was enslaved. Others believed they switched sides. A Roman shield was discovered, far beyond where it should have ever reached. Parthian records were scarce, but silence can speak volumes. Why did no one go looking for them? Were they meant to be forgotten? Ancient Chinese texts mention fish-scale formation troops, an unmistakable Roman tactic. Could 5,000 men adapt, survive, and vanish into another culture? Lycian villagers reenact Roman-style parades without knowing where the tradition began. If they survived, they would be the first Romans in East Asia, a living bridge between empires. Their bones may lie beneath foreign soil, but their mystery lives on in whispers. Rome recorded victories with pride, but defeats often erased. Crassus's defeat was so humiliating, even poets refused to mention it. The Parthians melted Roman gold into mock trophies, and possibly buried 5,000 lives with it. No official Roman text mentions the legion's fate, as if it had never existed. Desert winds carried away their names. But not the questions. Ancient maps show strange military outposts near the Silk Road. No origin, no explanation. Could the legion have guarded eastern trade routes for an empire that once crushed them? Some ruins in western China follow Roman blueprints. Straight lines, stone arches, hidden roads. Local legends speak of tall warriors, with armor that shimmered under the sun. If true, the Lost Legion didn't die, it adapted, and became something else. Rome's legions were trained to never break formation. Even in death, they stood united. But what if that discipline helped them survive? Deep behind enemy lines. A Lost Legion, turning from conquerors to exiles. Would they abandon Latin for Chinese, or forge a language of their own? Time erases names, but structure leaves fingerprints. An excavation in Gansu province revealed the stonework unlike anything Chinese. Too precise, too Roman. Some say the villagers in Lycian are descendants. But even they aren't sure. Genetic tests were inconclusive. History doesn't always leave clear trails. Still, the shape of their eyes, their rituals, their stories, all hint at something foreign. Fact or myth? Sometimes the greatest truths hide behind legends. Carrhae was one of Rome's worst defeats, but its strangest aftermath began afterward. Thousands captured, but only some accounted for. Where did the others go? The Parthians prized skilled soldiers. Could they have resettled the legion for their own gain? Imagine a Roman discipline, used to defend a Parthian or Chinese frontier. A military ghost, drifting east across mountains and deserts. Could their armor have rusted under foreign banners? An army without a homeland, an empire without records. Loyal to whom? To survival itself. What stories did they tell their children, and in what tongue? We may never know their names, but we chase their shadows across centuries. History favors those who write it, and the Lost Legion wrote nothing. No letters, no scrolls, just silence stretched across continents. A silence too loud to ignore. The Silk Road carried spices, silk, and maybe Roman bloodlines. Could merchants have passed by Roman soldiers without ever knowing? They may have stood at Chinese gates, wearing foreign armor, speaking foreign words. But did their hearts still march to Rome's rhythm? They were warriors, trained to adapt and survive. They had no map, no orders, just instinct and memory. Not lost, just transformed by time, distance, and fate. Ancient empires rise and fall, but stories like the Lost Legion live forever. Warriors turned wanderers, carrying the spirit of Rome into foreign lands. Did they dream of the Tiber River or the streets of Rome? Perhaps their children played under strange skies, hearing tales of a homeland never seen. Lycian's people hold on to shadows of Rome, a legacy hidden in plain sight. Archaeologists still dig, hoping to uncover proof. A shield here, a coin there, fragments of a forgotten journey. History's puzzle pieces scattered across deserts and mountains. The truth may be buried, but the mystery endures. The truth may be buried, but the mystery endures. Some say the Lost Legion forged new alliances, blending Roman strength with Eastern wisdom. Could their legacy have shaped the Silk Road's safety? Guarding merchants, guiding caravans, invisible protectors of the ancient trade. Roman disciplinete mixed with nomadic tactics, a lethal combination. The world may have changed, but their spirit endured. Could their story rewrite the maps of cultural exchange? A bridge between empires, built by 5,000 lost soldiers. Every legend has a seed of truth. The Lost Legion's story is still being told, by whispers in desert winds. Listen closely, and you might hear their footsteps. Rome's empire was vast, but some parts remain shadows. The Lost Legion is one of them. How many tales have been forgotten because they didn't fit the empire's glory? Perhaps the greatest battles are those never recorded. The soldiers may have changed flags, but not their resolve. To survive, they adapted languages and customs, but never their warrior code. A hidden chapter in the book of history. Could they have passed down secret knowledge, blending East and West? The ancient world was more connected than we think. And sometimes, the lost pieces complete the greatest puzzles. The legion's legacy is a bridge across time and culture. Rome's legions were symbols of power, but sometimes power hides in silence. 5,000 men vanished, but their story echoes through ages. Did they find a new home beyond the known world? Or were they swallowed by the sands of history? Ancient maps hint at forgotten borders. Lycian's mysteries challenge historians every day. Could these lost soldiers have been the first Romans in Asia? A legacy not written in stone, but in human memory. Every artifact unearthed tells a fragment of their tale. The Lost Legion remains one of history's greatest enigmas. The Lost Legion story is a testament to resilience, to survive against all odds. Historians debate, archaeologists dig, but the truth remains elusive. Could a legion survive by becoming something new? A blending of cultures, warriors turned settlers. Perhaps they were the unseen architects of a forgotten frontier. A chapter erased but not lost. The echoes of Roman sandals on distant soil. Stories passed down in hushed tones. In Lycian, whispers of a Roman past persist. The Lost Legion's shadow stretches across time. Rome's greatest legions faced death with honor, but some faced oblivion. 5,000 men marched into legend, never to return. Could they have crossed deserts and mountains to forge new destinies? The East remembers them differently, in stories, ruins, and faces. Ancient coins and weapons tell tales of encounters. Perhaps the Lost Legion found peace where empires collided. History holds its breath, waiting for secrets to surface. New discoveries could rewrite everything we know. Until then, the Lost Legion marches in shadows. A mystery that refuses to fade. Every stone tells a story. Some stories remain hidden. Could the Lost Legion be a key to unlocking ancient mysteries? Footsteps long erased, but not forgotten. In dusty ruins, echoes of Roman boots linger. Ancient alliances forged in silence. The Lost Legion's journey is a bridge between civilizations. Could their descendants still walk among us? History's greatest enigmas often lie beneath the surface. The more we search, the more questions arise. The Lost Legion remains a haunting legend. Time blurs the lines between fact and myth, but some mysteries never fade. The Lost Legion's tale inspires generations, a testament to endurance. Across deserts and mountains, their story travels. Invisible threads connect ancient Rome to the East. Legends say they became guardians of new lands. Warriors who adapted to survive. From conquerors to settlers, from soldiers to stories. The world remembers those who leave footprints, even when history tries to erase them. The Lost Legion walks silently in the shadows. Their legacy is written not just in books, but in the hearts of those who seek truth. The mystery remains unsolved, but the quest continues. Every question leads to another. And every answer births new legends. The Lost Legion, forever marching through time,